Hello.
Good evening.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Joey.
Uh, hey everybody, I'm playing Connor, and he
Sounds
might have had an episode last session.
Might be starting with a little bit of a concussion, huh?
Yep, just a little bit of it. What's a little concussion between friends?
Yeah, it's real bad you guys passed out afterward.
Yeah.
And, Travis.
I'm playing Victor Oswald, old man, murderer, gun ho.
Old man, how old is he?
I don't know.
You've got 40 here.
46,
You've got 40 here. Screw you.
40.
And Terry.
Alright. What is James? I'm currently setting up an expedition while my friends are off trying to find 4 cultists to go and do some weird, freaky ritual to them. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the details.
Wait, hold on. What's James been up to? Just normal casual stuff? Nothing fun or interesting?
Yeah, I've been setting up and getting ready for an expedition. You know.
He's been doing academic work.
Oh.
You know, what James is supposed to normally do.
He's the responsible one.
In fact, why don't we do something here? Give me just a second. I'm going to do something. Okay, bureaucracy is not a skill. I think bureaucracy would be a skill.
It is a good skill to have.
It is. I remember it being a skill. Is it a skill that you have to grab?
No, I think
It might be an older version.
You might be thinking about law.
I'm sure some character has bureaucracy. I've got a guy in this session who has a skill called filling out papers.
Oh God.
You guys will love him. He's a real party animal.
Yeah, that guy sounds like a. Well, I'd rather take on Nyarlathotep than talk to that guy. That guy sounds awful to be around.
I'll tell you what, James. Why don't you put a check on archaeology? Since last session you didn't get to do much, I assume the other two got to put a check or two into something that they succeeded at. You aren't going to need to roll this. You're working with David Dodge. He's got connections. You'll get an expedition set up, but you deserve a check for it.
Sweet.
So, last week I was under the impression we were going to rest up and then leave Sydney for Darwin. But in the discussion before the game, it sounded like the two of you want another crack at poor old Frank. So,
yeah.
What's your plan for trying to find him? And are you resting up those 2 weeks, or are you going to go out while you're still like concussed and pissing blood?
What's your idea? We fumbled.
Oh,
I fumbled the bag hard yesterday or last week.
Okay.
I won't lie.
I would suggest us actually heal up, and instead of us look into this, we're going to pay a couple drunks to look to engage and find them. And we're going to follow those drugs.
So at this point, your high priest and prophet of an evil god, and you have minions and thugs working for you.
Yes. Look. I was never a good guy. Let's get that out of the picture. I was never a good guy.
So this is like the opposite of that Zangief scene, huh? You're like,
Yeah.
I might be the good guy, but I'm not a good guy.
Right?
Perfect. You made it more aggressive.
Yeah.
All right. There's no specific underworld or crime roll. Let's see what you got. You've got forgery. Sleight of hand and spot hidden. You know what? You're hiring people. Make a credit rating roll.
Okay.
You know what? We might just take these people along with us on this expedition too. No, we're not.
If you want to hire criminals to go with you on your expedition,
You have
I'm
a
not gonna say
50
no.
credit?
There's already 2 of us. What more do you need?
3. Forgot about John.
Oh yeah.
okay, yeah, you can hire some guys to scour the neighborhood, find out who's contracted some sort of horrible flesh-eating virus, and let you know what hospital they ended up staying in. Within about 2 weeks, he's going to be released. He's still going to have bandages, and he's going to be a sight, but he doesn't need to be under actual care at this point. So you can know what neighborhood Frank lives in.
So he's gonna get discharged when we leave, like the day before, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure.
So these guys come. You rolled quite well, so you're paying them well, and they're very receptive to your money. Let's say one of them is named John, and you got Jean and you got John. Let's hope you don't take John, because it'll get real confusing. And John's gonna say, "All right, boss, we tracked him down. Pretty sure this is the guy. His name's Frank. He's in terrible shape. You want we should take care of him for you?"
Could they just snag him?
You want them
Kidnap
to kidnap
him?
him?
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Where are they taking him?
Joey, I need you to chip in on this. Where are we gonna hide this? Where are we gonna do this dastardly act?
There's gonna be a lot of screaming. So somewhere secluded. Warehouse of some sort? Or
Hey, you're the
middle
one with
of
the money.
desert?
Yeah,
If we're gonna go to,
no matter where you
Go ahead.
are in Australia, you're no more than an hour from being out in the desert where nobody's around. So
Yeah. So knock him out, take him out to the desert, and do
to
it
this
there.
ritual.
we doing this at midnight.
Yeah.
And are you going to? Your new friends are going to be. They're going to take the guy out there. They're going to be waiting for you. He's all trussed up. He's bound and gagged, lying on the ground. One of them's smoking when you roll up. The other guy's just standing there leaning against the car. And he says, "This is the guy you were looking for?"
Connor's gonna have a good look at him real quick before he says anything. It's like, yeah, that's him. That's the guy. I'm really sorry for this. You're the only face of them that I remember.
He says, mm-hmm.
I
He
know.
sees the
I
two of
know.
you, his eyes get real big. He starts struggling.
I know.
Alright.
I know, buddy. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me.
Now we're committing to the evil acts. Okay. Okay.
Oh no, Connor was never like this is. He's a good guy, but he's a bad guy.
Alright, I'll leave you to deal with the the hired thugs. I will like take them over to like some nearby shrubs, and I guess
Yeah.
cast a spell on him again.
Okay, so when you say deal with the guys, are you like paying them off and sending them home, or are you all going to stand off in the distance and listen to the screams?
I think I'm paying them off, being like, we're just having a talk. It just hands the money. We're just gonna have a talk with them. Hands the money and sends them on their way.
All right. Yeah, they will. They're not interested in whatever the hell is actually going to happen here. The less they know, the less they can get in trouble for. So they'll take their money and leave. Are you going to go over and assist Victor? Or are you going to wait over here?
I'm not going to watch the ritual unless Victor says, hey, I need a hand.
What do you think, Victor?
I can handle this part. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, he's trussed up. He's gagged, all that stuff.
All right.
They did most of the work for us. We should have done this from the first start. I mean, we actually don't know what their method was. It could have been way dumber than ours, and it just barely worked.
I mean, that's what we've been doing for a while.
Yeah, you didn't send them to kidnap an elite cultist or anything, so that makes a difference.
Yeah. Connor's just having a smoke with a flask at his hip, just waiting for it.
All right. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Validate? Oh, I just gave it to someone else.
You did who?
I think I just gave it to Birdie. Because I can trade. Apparently I could give that item to someone.
Ah. Okay, yeah, I'll just delete it from her. Oh, it is gone from yours.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay. There it's back now.
Yeah. I can cast spells.
Hey, Victor? Please tell me you saw that roll.
I got a 99 on my sanity check.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if that was a real roll or not because
Well, this,
you
It's not on
to
my
cast
side
the
either.
spell, it cost you 6 sanity. So that might have just popped up a fake roll. You're definitely losing the 6 sanity. You have no way to cast the spell without having that happen.
Well, it's a good depiction of how fucked up we're feeling for doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So,
Am I gonna... Or
on
do
that
I
note-
still... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Connor, you do not need, Victor, you don't need to make the sand check because, you automatically took the sanity. Connor, you know exactly, or at least vaguely, what's happening over there, and you are going to start hearing screaming through the gags. I need you to make a sanity check as this is happening because you are involved.
Yeah, I am I paid a guy off for this. I did all of
Yeah.
the steps. Yeah, I absolutely am involved in this. I was. Yeah. Oh my god. Connor is just unflappable. Like,
Well, you're gonna take one sin for that.
yeah, one sand. Okay.
It
Like-
only lessens the damage.
All right, I took
I think the
damage.
difference is that you're just hearing it versus actually seeing it again.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah.
So
Yeah.
you hear this guy screaming, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and then you hear another intense scream, and the second scream fades away into the distance. As Victor, I don't know if you're consumed by the horror of what you've done or where this is eventually going to lead you, but you are going to flee in panic from the site of your misdeed here.
Okay. I'm just let's go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, you run
It's
off
no-
into the night.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Yeah.
Is this Prairie Madness? No, we're not in a prairie. Just Connor
So-
talking to himself, watching him run.
Connor, how long does Connor wait before he realizes I'm not there?
Oh no, I heard the screaming. I saw you book it. I just didn't watch.
Yeah,
What you were
that's
doing.
that's cool. We'll say that you hear the screaming, you flip on the headlights on the car, and you watch him run off into the desert.
Is this part of the spell? No, he would have brought that up. I'm gonna catch that. I have to catch the idiot. Just avoid the dead body, Connor.
Oh, it's not dead. You can still hear him.
Oh, okay, wonderful, perfect.
Give me a drive auto.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Drive auto. Ha! Spending that $1.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, don't spin the log. Just let me go. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, if you didn't spend it, I was going to have you hit him. But no, that's fine then. You could, like, you're driving off into the desert, like, you're completely off-roading in this vehicle, so you're bouncing along. Feels horrible, but I can't tell you whether you like it or not. And you manage to get ahead of him, corral him, get him back into the car. It is going to be some time before he comes back to his senses. He's sitting there beside you, turning this over and over in his mind. We don't know how he's going to feel about it when he comes out on the other side. But you're going to have one of those experiences that most people just have in their early 20s where you have an existential late night driving session with a friend while they're going through a crisis.
Yeah,
That's
more
real.
everyday things.
It's happened.
Yeah, we've all been there. We haven't all done exactly what he did, but we've all been there. And you can, in the morning, you guys can go back to the hotel. Victor, you can tell that your god is pleased. In fact, you feel a closer connection to your god than ever now.
I don't like that.
Most clerics do like that. And then you were all planning, like you set this up for the day before you're going to leave. So by the time the police even figure out that somebody's missing, you'll be on the other side of the continent.
Another job well done. Gonna get caught.
Let's go. poor man.
I'm going to put Victor commits a sin in the desert. On August the 4th. And then you'll hop on a boat. And a few days later, let's say August 7th, which is going to be a Friday, you'll arrive in Darwin. Now, in Darwin, guys, hush. In Darwin, it's not a very big city. There's just a few thousand people here. But it is the biggest city for more than 1,000 miles. There are a couple of hotels in town. There's the Victoria Hotel. There's the Darwin Hotel. Ladies are not allowed in the bars here. But there are plenty of bars. And you were coming here because you wanted to look into the Randolph Shipping Company.
Yup.
So, we're going to assume that you've had a pleasant voyage. You'll have healed up from your previous trials. Like, you might still be walking with a limp, but mechanically you have full hit points. What are your plans?
Are there other shipping companies here, or is it just them?
Yeah, there's probably a couple of them. There are docks here, so seems likely that multiple companies are working.
I guess to act as a cover story, we'll talk to a couple of the other companies. And then when we get to that company, trying to remember what they're called again.
Randolph.
Yeah, when we get to the Randolph company, shipping company, we'll talk to them and see if they could help us with shipping for anything we find on our expedition.
I assume all of yous are going along?
Yeah. I'm fine with James taking point.
Yeah, that seems fair. Put it all on his shoulders. Do you want Professor David Dodge to go along with you as well? Or are you fine dealing with this part of it yourself? I know you were talking about offering some shady dealings here.
I think it'll just be us.
Okay. Down by the docks, this isn't. Let's say this isn't even the biggest shipping company, but there's a rundown warehouse on the docks with a faded sign that says Randolph Shipping Company on the side. You can walk up. The door is unlocked. When you walk inside, you see an Aboriginal man carrying a crate. He's got it hefted up on his shoulders. He gives you a glance. He nods at you. Carries the box over to the other side of the room. Sets it down. He comes over to you, wiping his hands, and he says, "How can I help you, gentlemen?"
Uh, looking for the owner.
Mr.
Talk
Randolph,
about
he's in his office.
Gotcha. Just wanted to go and see if we could do some business with you guys.
Of course. He'll point to the door, say, just make sure you knock before you go in.
All right.
And he goes back to carrying boxes around.
Go right up to the door, and I'll go and just do a good old knock.
Alright, you hear a greasy voice from inside. Is that you, Billy? What do you want?
Hi, my name is James. I was wondering if I could talk to you about some business.
Oh, your customers! Come on in!
We'll open up the door, and I'll...
He is
Go
stubbing
on
out
in.
a cigarette on his desk as you walk in. Not an ashtray, on his desk.
All right.
Hey there, I'm Toddy Randolph. Nobody ships it better than I do.
Glad to hear that. Been going around. Certain people have competitors have been kind of brushing me off. Hoping you guys might be able to help me.
Yeah, of course we can. What do you need to What do you need shipped, buddy?
I am going to be doing a expedition out in the desert, and was wondering if you guys would be able to help me with certain shipping of artifacts.
I see. Everybody else has been turning you down. Are these the type of artifacts where we're going to be filling out the paperwork, or does that get slipped under the rug?
A mix of both.
Interesting. All right. Where is it headed?
New
Or
York.
do you not have a buyer yet?
Personal collection.
Ah, all right. All right. So is that, I hear your accent, you from America? Is that where it's going? We're looking at
Probably
New York
going
or
to
California.
either New York or... No, probably New York.
We can absolutely do that for you, buddy. Now, you said you're preparing for an expedition, so you don't know exactly what you're shipping yet, huh?
No, be find out hopefully soon enough. I just need to go and at least make sure I have someone who can do it.
Oh, of course, you need a trustworthy source.
Yes.
While this is going on, are the other two of you doing anything at all? You just kind of sitting in the office.
I'm gonna look around the place. I'm gonna get a feel for it.
Okay. How nosy and obvious are you being?
I'm being very nosy and as less obvious as I can be. I'm like, just...
Okay, are you like in the office, or are you out where Billy's working with the crates?
I don't feel like I've gone into the office.
All right.
Not at all.
Then give me a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden. Let's go. I'm good at this. I'm really good at this.
You sure are. So you're going to notice a crate that's resting kind of unsteadily on top of other crates at the edge of the dock. Right over in this area. Like you notice that it is addressed to the Penhew Foundation, and that it bears the symbol of the cult of the Sandbat.
I'll point that out to Connor.
Yeah, you just kind of nudge him and point.
Hey, look at that one over there.
Right
The
on.
Penhew Foundation. We've encountered them before, right? The Penhew Foundation.
Oh yeah, that was run. Sir Aubrey Penhew was lost on the Carlisle expedition. You are not sure what actually happened to him yet. You've run into a couple members of the expedition, but not him. And Edward Gavigan, who has taken over the Penhew Foundation, was in charge of the cult in England. Victor murdered him.
Okay.
That's the
Is
dude
it just-
that you shot in the back and threw off of a dragon.
Before falling off a dragon.
Yes.
I remember. How many workers does there seem to be?
It looks like Billy does all of the work here.
It's just Billy.
Yeah, and watching, like, while you're in here, you can tell he works hard. Like, this man is shifting stuff. He's moving it. He's going out on the docks where something was unloaded from boats earlier. He's bringing it inside. Every time, like, he's checking off things on the manifest, making sure that everything's accounted for.
How good of a talker are you? You know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. Hey, Connor. You think you could distract Billy for a few minutes?
Sure, I could talk about things.
How big is that one crate with the Institute on it?
Let me see.
Is it big enough for me to just pick up?
Yeah, it looks like it might be. You might struggle with it. Like, not so big that you couldn't pick it up, but it's not like it'd be easy for you. You'd be.
Okay. Is it like stacked high? Do I have to get up there? Is it low?
No, it's stacked. There's like a couple crates stacked on the floor. It's maybe about chest height, and this thing is sitting on top of them. But it looks like he was stuck there temporarily, and he hasn't had an opportunity to put it in a more permanent position yet. Back in the office, you're noticing, James, the room doesn't smell great, and it has a cot in it. It's clearly dirty and dusty. You can see bottles inside the roll-top desk, some of which have liquid in, many of which do not. You get a strong impression this guy lives here. He is getting information from you. He's asking, how do you plan to pay for all this? Is it, have you established credit here, or you got cash? He's getting an address where the stuff's going to be sent. He assures you, now I can handle all the paperwork and the import duties and everything, but you got to understand, if it needs to get past the import without being opened up and inspected, like, if we got to be absolutely sure of that, it costs a little more.
Yeah. I will, I'll give him... I'll give him information. Actually, I assume that James would at least have some money from his family.
Yeah, your credit rating's 20, so you're not broke.
So I'll have that off to the side, and if I need to go and get more, I do have a lawyer that I could go and talk to.
I mean, you're not actually planning to pay him anything, right?
No.
So you can...
But I will still give him the information.
Yeah. Are you actually giving him the contact information for your actual lawyer?
No.
Okay. Carlton Ramsey, that's the guy.
I'll give him at least information on my stuff, which I already have. I would assume I would at least be smart enough to have that at least locked without my presence being there.
Are you actually planning to smuggle artifacts? Like, is this...
No.
Okay.
I'm playing the part to go and try and get him to at least trust me and buying enough time to go and at least try and find some evidence.
Now, and you understand too. Like, he doesn't have Google. He cannot look you up. He cannot. He doesn't have any way to verify that your address actually exists. So you can give him like.
Oh,
as
then
long
I'm
as
going to
it
give him
sounds-
bullshit address. I'm going to even give him a bullshit lawyer.
That's fine. Now, if you give him a lawyer, he might try to contact them, but you can easily say, well, he wasn't in the office that day or something like that. It's not even. There's not even like a phone line he can call him on. It's just going to be telegraphs.
Ah.
So that's fine. Yeah, you
I
can
will-
BS him.
I
Are
will
you giving
inform him
him a
that.
real name or anything?
I did say James. I will still go with James, but I will change my last name.
Okay. So he is going to put down all the information you give him. I'll tell you. I can't give you a real quote until you come back with the. Until I know the dimensions of what we're shipping. And
Of
exactly
course.
how much you want to keep secret and what is fine to be shipped in, let's say, the legal fashion. But I can guarantee my work. So you just come back to Toddy Randolph whenever you know what you're shipping, and I will take care of you.
I appreciate it.
And it's like you said too. All those other people in town, they're likely to brush you off. So don't even bother with them. When you come back to town, you come straight to me.
I'll make sure that's the first thing I do. Look forward to doing business with you.
Absolutely. He's gonna shake your hand.
I'll go and grab it and shake his hand.
It is gross, but you're gonna feel like the desire to wipe your hand off after you shake his hand. But he's gonna squeeze your hand pretty hard.
I will hold back the urge to do that right away
Okay,
until after I go outside the door and I close it.
that's fine. Victor and Connor. Billy is hard at work. Toddy is effectively distracted. What do the two of you do in the last few minutes before James emerges?
I've just been quietly looking around, but not nearly as invested as Victor is.
Okay, so here's the idea that I'm having right now. I want to get this crate out. Like, I want to get this crate out right now. Joey, do we talk to the man, or do we do some crazy, I'm just gonna pick it up and try to sneak it off?
How about I just talk to the guy, gift of the gab style, and try to see if we can
Okay.
get that moved, like get you to move it or open it or look inside for a little bit, because this is a crate, Fluffy.
Yeah, I know. A man could be hopeful.
Oh, you couldn't move a crate stealthily if it was fucking empty.
A man can still be hopeful.
Try to look inside and gauge what's inside, and then we'll move on while
Okay.
I do this. Alrighty.
Now, I'm not telling you what to do. You could always come back at night, too.
About to say nighttime might be a little bit
Yeah.
easier.
Okay. We'll just wait. I'll see if I can't get any, like,
But if
where
you
the
wanna-
sandbat.
Like, if you want to strike up a conversation with Billy, I'm not stopping you. You take whatever plane you want, but I'm just saying there's multiple options here.
Let's just come back later. Let's just come back later.
Okay.
I told you to go distract him. I'm gonna take a peek at anything I can glean from the tag, like where, like the address is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've been to the Penhue Foundation. So, like, you can easily see the address. You can verify that it's the real address of the Penhew Foundation.
Is the Penhew Foundation still functioning after we left? Do we know anything about it?
Yeah, you don't really have a whole lot of news from England since then. You
Is
could
there
go
dates
to a
on
library.
this?
Like, you could go to a library and research, like, look at the London papers. They'll be a few weeks behind, but it's been months since you were in England, so.
I'll probably have to look into that later. But is there dates on the shipping slip for when it's supposed to go?
No, I don't think that's going to be on the crate itself.
Does it look like it's been here for a while?
No, it looks like he's moving it indoors.
Okay.
Like, it's part of what he's unloading from the docks right now. Earlier on, a boat pulled up, stuff got unloaded onto the docks, and now Billy is doing literally all the work of the shipping company, carrying it inside and making sure all the items are accounted for in the manifest.
Where you said it was from? So when you mentioned the crate, you said that it has the Penhew Foundation and the Cult of the Bat.
It has the symbol of the Cult of the Sand Bat.
Okay.
Which is... there you go. That's it.
Okay.
All done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. What do you want to do with the rest of the day?
I think before I do leave, I will go and look around one more time, and then just go up to Billy and tell him that he's doing a good job, and ask him, is there anybody else that works here with you, or is it just you?
He'll thank you and say, no, it's all, I'm the laborer here. Gotta do a good job.
Well,
appreciate
tell him he's
that.
doing a mighty good job, and that I will be doing business with you and Mr. Randolph in the future.
Oh, that's great. What do you actually do?
I'm an archaeologist, and I'm going to be going on an expedition.
Oh, really? What are you looking for down here? I didn't know we had archaeologists.
Well, there's apparently an ancient city in the desert.
No, you're kidding me.
I wish I was.
How old is the city?
That's where my team's going to go out there and find out how old it is and how long it's been there.
Oh, man, that's wild. Do you do that a lot? Do you find cities all over the place?
Well, most of the time I've been out in Egypt doing research. So
they got a lot
most
of
the time it's out in temples.
They got the pyramids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about the pyramids. What do you?
I wanted to roll psychology. I wanted to read his entire mood because I can't tell if he's being sarcastic,
I'll talk about the pyramids. I'll even talk a little bit about bass.
Yeah, he's gonna be fascinated by the idea of a cat god.
That this is this was part of the stuff that I go and learn.
We didn't even have cats here. You know that? I mean, they're all over the place now, but we didn't, like, this whole continent, we didn't have cats.
I did not know that.
It's always weird to me. Like, everybody else in the world, you've just, like, always had them around. and like they're real important to your stories, and our stories never have them in. We didn't have them.
What do you guys have instead?
I mean, we got we had the I don't know. We had the I mean, they called it a tiger, but it wasn't a tiger. It was like a, what do you call them? The same as every other animal we have down here. It's a Martian.
I wouldn't know, but I'm gonna go and assume that James might know, and he might say the correct.
Yeah,
He'll take a couple guess.
Marsupial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one. That's what we got. They're like all over the place, right? I've heard that's unusual. I like to talk to people from all over and learn about what the rest of the world's like.
Well, when I come back, I'll go and tell you more about it.
Yeah, man, I'd really appreciate that. I don't get a whole lot of chance to get out of here. Gotta work a lot. For a lot of hours. I don't actually live here like Mr. Randolph does, but man, I'm here a lot. You get the impression that he will be happy to talk your ear off.
Well,
you are free to break away and go pursue other things.
I will go and let him know. I'll let him get back to his work, and that if he is ever free.
He says, "Yeah, man, we go down to the bar.
I'll ask him.
There's a bar down the street.
I'll ask
we go
him
there
where's a good
every
place.
evening. If you guys want to come by this evening, I'd be happy to talk more."
I'll let him know that it is something I'll go and keep in mind.
Okay. I hope to see you there, man. I'll buy you a beer.
I appreciate it.
And you guys can leave Billy to his work.
Honestly, I couldn't. There was something there I didn't like about him. He seemed too happy, I guess.
You just don't like anybody happy.
You have 30 sanity, so I can imagine that you probably are starting to get a little unusual around people.
A little crazy. A little paranoid.
But yeah, that's Do you have anything you want to do during the rest of the day, or are you going to wait until evening?
Well, guys.
I'll bring up the fact that, hey James, while you're in there, I found one of the, Cult of the Sandbats sigils on it crate. It had the institute that we dealt with in England.
Well, good thing I thought about coming here. I think a good plan would be maybe you two coming here, or the three of us can come here later tonight while they're down at the bar.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have a cat who needs attention.
Okay. Are we just jumping to the evening then?
Yeah, that works.
I think so. Unless there's anything that...
No, Connor did enough bad today.
Well, that was a couple days ago. You're due for more.
Would I be able to read up on the institute to see if it's still up?
This town is probably too small to have a good library. But you can do that in the next town, I believe. You can come back that evening. It is... Like, this part of town isn't entirely dead at night because there are bars down around the docks. But you can... Like, you can bide your time, wait till the group of drunks passes by, and then check the door and find that it is locked. There are a couple of windows. They're boarded up. But you can do something with that. You can mess around with the door. You tell me how you want to proceed.
Doesn't someone have lockpick?
I think as James goes to try the door, he'll go and say, well, Connor, I think you're up. This is your area of expertise.
Pick. Where's that pick?
Yes, that's locksmiths. No problem. It is barely an inconvenience. You swear, if they don't upgrade their locks at some point soon, you're not going to be the only one slipping in here at night.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to give him that advice.
So, yeah, Connor bends down, messes with the lock. It is barely a minute later that he gets the door open. You can all slip inside. If you had not rolled that so easily, we would probably be doing stealth checks. You rolled it so quickly, nobody has a chance to see you. Like, hard success, you get inside.
Alright.
It's a little spookier at night than during the day.
It is.
But
I will actually go to the office door, and I'm going to listen to make sure that nobody's in there still.
give me a listen check. Yeah, you're not sure. With the sound of the waves outside, sound of your companions walking around, stepping on stuff, breathing. It's hard to tell for sure if anybody's in there.
All right.
I think we're clear, guys.
You two want to pick it up? I'll be the lookout.
You want me to pick it up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you there. Hold on. I think it'd be better idea. I'm the lookout. You're stronger than me.
No, he's not.
No. No, I'm
No,
not.
he's not?
He's
I thought he was.
absolutely not.
He is absolutely not.
I
That's
put
right.
a hand on
You're more
James's shoulder and
dex
shake
than
his-
me.
Yes, yes.
Let's just. I'll do a lot of the work. It's okay.
All right, Connor. I'm
Okay,
relying
so-
on you.
Just to be clear, your plan is you break in here, you steal this crate, and you get out?
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a bad idea, but let's go for it.
No, I mean, if that's all you want, you can pick up the crate. Between the group of you, you can manage to get it out of here. That's not hard.
Getting it through the door is going to be the hard part.
No,
But
it's not that big.
Actually,
oh wait,
Listen, I'm not
Oh,
playing a
wait.
trick on you. If all you want to do
No,
is
no,
walk
no,
in
I'm
here,
being
pick up the
funny.
crate and leave, you can do that.
is there any other crates before we actually grab that have those symbols?
You can give me a spot hidden check. Like this it'd be a struggle for Victor to just pick up and carry out by himself, but there are several of you.
I ain't seeing anything.
Nah.
It's too dark.
It is dark. You don't want to risk a light, and but you can say like that one was pretty prominent. Victor's basically spotted it in passing earlier. Like if you really search, maybe you find something else in here. But that's the obvious thing. Like that's the obvious crate that has markings on it.
All right,
Let's just go.
let's pick
Let's
this up
just
and get out of here.
let's just go. Come on, guys. Hurry it up. I don't want to be here any longer.
Let's see. Somebody make an idea roll.
I'll do that.
Okay, that is, I believe, just int.
We gotta remember. I think I actually have a skill for that.
It's just idea.
Yeah.
Or
For just idea, I'm pretty sure I have a skill for just ideas.
It's not a skill.
Okay, sharp-witted. Bonus time when making intelligence, but not idea rolls.
Never mind, I was wrong. I have the exact opposite.
Rude. That's very rude of it.
I just remember something about ideas. I forgot that it's sharp-witted and not for ideas. All right, just straight intelligence.
Just straight intelligence. You got 90 intelligence, so
I'm confident in it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm confident.
So it's going to occur to you that he probably has ledgers and shipping records in his desk.
Victor,
Yeah, what's up?
while we go and pick this up, quick, go into the office, find the ledgers and the shipping paper for this, and take it with us.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the office. I'm just gonna go up to the door.
All right.
I'll slowly start to turn it, test it.
And you poke your head beside the door like Shaggy.
Yeah.
The office is empty.
Oh. I guess I'll go through the office.
The door is
Trash it
unlocked,
anyways.
but when you get in there, the roll top desk is locked. This is a warehouse. There are crowbars around.
There are. Hey, Vic, Connor, you wanna open this?
Sure, let's try something else. But we'll say this was really. And he will quickly give it a shot.
I assume that when we go, or you go to do that, we'll place the crate down somewhere nice.
Yeah. I'm not trying to screw you over with the crate. You're fine.
Yep.
Yeah. We're just we are making sure that this crate makes it out of here, and remember where we put it. And like we've already 3 Scrooged our way in and out, minus a Scrooge. So we are being paranoid.
Okay.
Now that there's 3 of us, there's 3 times the shenanigans.
You pop the lock open easily, absolutely no damage to it. And
Their
you can see
security is terrible.
you can see an account book sitting right in the middle of the desk.
Is it English language to a speed read? To find information we're looking for?
Yeah. I might make it accounting to get real close information. But English, let's say hard English, regular accounting. I don't know if anybody has accounting, but if anybody took that skill, I'd like to give them an opportunity to use it.
I have 5 in it.
I think that's the base level.
Yep.
Okay, if you want to do a speed read, we're going to call it a hard English. Otherwise, you can just steal it if you want. I don't care.
I don't want this man losing his job though.
That's fair. Then make the make the attempt or ask somebody else to.
I think. Okay. Does anyone want to read it? Or shall I?
I can quickly go and do a speed read.
Okay. You're the nerdy one.
Said hard English.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no problem. You flip through it quickly. You find that there have been several shipments to a Mortimer Wycroft in Kincudgery, which is another city in Australia, that are marked with the symbol of the cult of the Sandbat. Those shipments went by coastal packet to Port Hedland and then by rail to Kincudgery. Other shipments marked with the cult of the Sandbat are shipments to Aja Singh in Mombasa, Kenya, and to Hofung Import-Export in Shanghai. You also see the scheduled shipment of, you can match the number on it, like the manifest number, to the crate that you're looking at. You can see it's scheduled to go to the Penhue Foundation as well. Although in the manifest, it notes that there are 2 crates scheduled to be shipped.
There's 2. I will mention that to them.
So there's 2 more crates in here? Or
We have
more
one
crate?
of them. There's another crate in here.
Mm-hmm.
I was sure someone was going to be in here. I guess we have some time to look around for a quick second.
Alright. Let's have a group spot hidden check, which means that the lowest one of you, the person with the lowest skill, is going to make the roll.
I have a 78 for spot hidden.
75 for Connor.
Thank you.
And Victor has 83, so it's Connor. Yinz is experts at spotting hidden stuff.
We're always on the lookout.
Spot hidden for me.
Yep. You are absolutely going to find the second crate by looking through. It's just faster if you make this roll. Alright. Yeah. You find another crate. This one larger and heavier. It is also, of course, scheduled to ship to the Penhue Foundation in London and has the mark of the Sandbat on it.
Okay.
Now, is this one going to be difficult for us to smuggle out?
Both of them together is a little harder for the 3 of you to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, you were the least involved in this. Why don't you make a listen roll?
Listen.
Oh, I'm also snagging all the sheets that have the mark of the Sandbat on them.
Okay, you're tearing the pages out of the ledger then?
Yep.
Okay. That's fine.
And I will be putting the ledger back into the drawer and then closing it and then asking Connor to lock it.
Yeah, you can just shut it and it locks. It's fine.
Oh, sweet.
Victor,
Yeah.
you're going to hear the sound of footsteps. Like, you've been periodically hearing groups of drunks pass by outside. But you're going to hear a familiar voice from earlier in the day, but much more slurred, saying, "Come on, boys, there's no reason the party has to stop. I got some liquor in my office."
Guys, someone's coming. We gotta hide.
Is that going to be a lot of clicks?
What's that?
The door locking?
I couldn't hear you. You got a little muffled there, buddy.
Everyone sounds a little muffled.
Yeah, right.
You're locking the door.
Uh-oh.
Joey, say something.
Something.
Oh, Andrew
What?
sound muffled, and
We got it.
Was I also muffled?
There you
were,
go.
but you're good now. What were you saying?
The door, was that locked before?
It was
Actually,
locked.
he's drunk. We can leave it unlocked and we can go and let him go and think that he forgot.
just
to unlock
hide. Let's just hide. We got this. We got this. They're never gonna know.
I'd say we at least place the crate closer to the door, but not in an obvious spot.
Okay. Yeah.
And then hide.
Put one crate here, one crate here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and make your self checks, guys. You're going to hear some fumbling at the door. You're going to hear it accidentally lock. And then you hear some swearing, and then the door unlocks. Connor, there's like a ninja.
Connor, whenever it comes to warehouses, he is a god.
Yeah, all of you. Amazing. You find the darkest corners, you sneak back in between the boxes, you disappear like shadows. And you hear Toddy come inside, and he's brought like a whole party. He's brought like the whole bar back with him. And he grabs a couple bottles out of his office, and they all kind of sit around on the crates. And they're pouring drinks into shot glasses, and they start singing Australian drinking songs. And they're getting more and more sloshed, and they are showing no signs of stopping.
Let them drink themselves to sleep.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Okay. Let's see. Just to be sure, let's everybody make a con roll. See how well you can handle whatever positions you've had to put yourselves in to avoid notice.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, James and Connor, you find that Victor is fine with this. Apparently Victor can crouch in the Batman pose all night long. But you two find that, like, by the time they've drunk enough that they're starting to all nod off and fall asleep against the crates, the two of you find that your legs have gone to sleep.
I'm
And you are in real bad position to try to sneak out of here.
You said they're nodding off.
Oh yeah, by the time, like, what I'm saying is by the time they do nod off, like, they are, when you go to move after they've all kind of gone like this and just kind of passed out where they're sitting, that's when you find, oh crap, oh the pins and needles, oh I can't move my legs right.
I guess just trying to be as careful as I can. I'm gonna just try and shake my leg a little bit to wake it up, and just carefully get out of my spot.
Okay, you are going to roll stealth with a penalty die.
Okay.
Let's go.
So we're making a second?
You can just roll stealth normal. The other two have to roll with a penalty die. Okay.
Hey, I'm doing great.
You get over. You manage to snag the first crate and get it out of there. You grab it and you back away from those guys. James and Connor, you try to get up. Connor, I just want to make sure you are 4 points away. Are you spending luck or not?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to do
Kind
it
of.
because James is
wanted
definitely
the dice.
failing.
Yeah.
So I'm
Like,
just
I
asking
would
whether
like
you
for
want
the
to be
dice to tell a story here.
cool. So the two of you, when you get up, you find that your legs just like they give out. You like start stumbling forward. Your foot is turned sideways and it doesn't feel right. And you stumble into boxes and you knock them to the ground. There's a huge clatter, and the drunk guys get up, and Toddy starts yelling. It says, "You assholes! I let you into my warehouse, and you're just gonna wreck stuff in here now."
I am going to immediately start acting like I'm one of the drunk guys.
I'm gonna also do
Okay.
the same. I'm gonna follow Connor's footsteps.
Yeah, Connor is going to say and just laugh and be like, I think I had one too many. I'm sorry.
Okay, Toddy's gonna say, "Damn you to hell!" And he's gonna stand up and try to punch you. He is
Oh,
definitely
shit.
he's getting penalty die because he is drunk as hell. You are not drunk,
I am not drunk.
so you're fine. You do not get a penalty die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way. You can step to the side. He goes stumbling past you, and he has to lean against the wall. And you can see him standing there, like holding himself up. His head is spinning. And he's roaring at these guys who broke stuff in his warehouse after he brought them in and gave them a drink. And you're going to see two of them walk up behind, and one of them's going to hit him. And a moment later, it's a brawl in here.
Well, while they're distracted.
Yeah.
You say distracted. There's a fight going on around the boxes that you want. So like, people are getting hit. You're afraid at one point that one of them's going to pick up the box and hit another guy with it. I mean, there's a whole rumble.
Hey, Connor, we're acting like drunks. How about we go and do what drunks do and start fighting?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Connor was going to do.
I think the guys around the box, whoever's at least in James's way, he will punch first. And he will actually go to punch them in the head to go and try and knock them out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like Connor is pretending to be drunk, but he's actually fighting with like technique.
You don't have to pretend to be drunk if you don't want to.
Oh, at this point, I'm not.
Connor is having too much fun with this charade. Like,
all right. Victor,
Well, again,
are you
I guess if
involved in
you're
this or not?
doing the drunk,
like in my head, how Connor dodged the punches, he leaned against the crates. Like he stumbled and leaned against the crates to dodge. Not the first time Connor's pretended to be drunk, because this man has the alcohol intolerance of a fucking furnace.
Let's see. I wonder if I have some like jovial music to play here. This is like as compared to last week. This is a little more of a like a fun brawl. So, Victor, are you going to be involved in this?
sorry, you got a little muffled.
Travis. You can hear me now?
Still muffled.
Fluffy.
Yeah?
You're first.
Oh. You guys said that at the same time. I was looking at something else. So I assume I was able to get over to at least towards the door.
Yeah, you managed to get like right next to the door, carrying the box before these two bozos screwed up everything up. That's probably what's going through your head.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm just gonna set the box next to the door.
Okay.
And then just turn and punch this Roy.
Okay.
Back of the head.
Go for it.
What do I roll it off of? Combat?
Yeah, do you have fists? Yeah, there you go. I mean, you can use a weapon if you want, but that would be raising the stakes pretty significantly.
Okay.
Alright, so... yeah. 2 swings and a miss. You end up like... He's drunk, you're not, but you end up in like collapsing on each other's shoulders for a second. Connor?
Trying to make this look cool. I failed.
Connor is gonna go after Wallace. Let those two guys swarm Randolph like they wanted to.
Yeah. They don't like being accused of breaking stuff and they didn't even do it.
Right? How dare he? Scan over combat, and I'm just gonna punch him in the face. And is like, you're the one that hit me. Throw a punch. Oh, Connor's going full Devin. The second I stop caring about what happens, Connor does amazing.
I can't believe you don't have a damage bonus.
Nope. He does not. He's a small dude.
Yeah, you'll punch him in the face and he'll go spinning around, fall over. He'll head over to the window and his head will be bursting through the window and he's hanging out unconscious. All right, James.
I guess
we gave you guys a lot of peril last week. You deserve a little break.
I'll go after Lloyd.
All right.
Just look at him and go and say, "You want some of this?" And then I'll go and punch him.
Yeah, you can spend the luck on that.
No, I think it's funnier that we both missed.
Yeah, do you want it to be a
I'm
failure?
trying to play the drunk card a little bit more than Connor was.
Do you want it to be a failure, or do you want to both hit each other?
I wanted to just be a failure.
Okay.
That would have been funnier.
Both sides succeed.
All right. Toddy's gonna say, "Hey, you guys are those assholes from earlier."
We've been made. Fuck. We've been made. Everybody bail.
Oh no.
Apparently, Toddy's a pretty tough customer. He is going to punch Herbert and knock him completely out. And he's got his eye on you, Connor. Lloyd only has eyes for James.
What about Roy?
He's still going to have a penalty die. Doesn't mean he can't roll a hard success anyway. Okay. So he comes in with an absolute haymaker, and you manage to, like, he's still drunk. You manage to just step out of the way. And
Yeah,
he
I'm
goes
gonna
stumbling past you, and he's holding himself up on a crate now.
I'm gonna actually, when he goes and does that, I'm gonna go over towards him and say, "Dude, he just hit our buddy. We need to take him down together."
Who are you pointing him at?
Well, point him at Randolph.
Make a fast talk roll. Victor, somebody's trying to punch you.
God, I love this game.
Good God.
It
Victor,
didn't work.
you
Okay.
you dodge out of the way nimbly. Does not connect in any way, and then you find that you have knocked that crate that you propped up so carefully. It falls off, smashes on the ground.
Do I hear anything break?
Just the crate.
Okay. My priorities have now shifted.
Yeah, they have to die.
Why do they have
What?
to die?
Oh,
Why are
yeah,
we
that's fine.
escalating? I just want to get the crate and get out.
Good God. Tony Randolph's a beast. He's getting the penalty die too, but he's just like landing every blow.
I think I know why Lloyd's not gonna be listening to me.
Why is that?
He doesn't want any of that.
He sees Toddy and he's like, no.
That's a fair point. So we're back to the beginning with Victor.
All right. Can I pick up the artifact or whatever was inside the crate and just leave?
Yeah, you can kick the crate. You can kick the remains of the crate aside. Inside, you will see a grotesque wooden idol, about 3 feet high. Looks like it's made of Aboriginal Australian manufacture. It's covered with white painted geometric lines. It's humanoid, has no hair, but it has strange, round, thick whiskers like tentacles. Its hands and feet end and foot are like appendages. Its eyes are round and has jagged facets and a cruel expression. I need you to make a sanity check.
Alright, time to run down the street with this on full display. Let's give little Tim his first sanity check.
Okay. We don't need to roll then. You lose 2 sanity.
Fluffy.
I think he needs to go on a vacation.
To a sanitarium.
Fluffy. Yeah. Fluffy. Victor's not having a good time today.
No.
He needs a hug and a blanket.
Okay, so losing sanity while you have an underlying insanity means that you have a bout of badness. Let's find out what happens.
So I'm
Be your opposite of yourself.
I think you might become cautious.
A true moment of lucidity, or
And then instead
balance?
of being violent, he's going to be more passive.
Man, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's
Everything's really. Yeah, he's gonna be
Ooh,
really depressed. That's
passive,
just
timid, and depressed.
instead of having it all inside, it's outside.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, are you going to go ahead and grab the idol and run away, or do you not even want to bother with it?
I mean, I'll pick it up, but
Okay.
then after that, I'm like, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to go anywhere.
Okay. You can roll a mythos check if you want to see if you can identify the idol, or you can leave it alone.
I mean, I'm already looking at it.
Okay.
I might as well. I'm already here.
Yeah, you're not sure. There's no penalty for not identifying it, though. So you pick it up. I said there's no penalty.
Yeah. That means that there is a penalty for knowing.
No, there's not for that either. You're
Okay.
So you grab it, you pick it up, and then you just kind of stand there.
Yeah. I'll just stand there.
Connor.
Connor is
Yeah, Tawny knocked out both of the guys that were attacking him on their turns. So
why can I can't even target this guy. Oh my god, Connor does not want the smoke. Okay, Connor has targeted him. Okay, there we go.
good job.
I totally had to tell Connor 5 times that you're fighting this man. And Connor's like, oh.
He's not
So,
actually
yeah,
amazing,
Connor-
and he has a penalty die. He's just rolling really well.
Right, like Connor's like, I don't want the smoke, but closes in, throws up his dukes, and he'll throw up a good punch, and
Hard success, yeah. And that is a failure, and he has no luck.
Connor
Now,
rolling max damage.
that's not enough for con check. I'm gonna have a roll of con check anyway because he's drunk. Okay, he stays on his feet. So you hit him, his head rocks back, you can see a bruise raising up on his cheek, he raises his dukes. James. Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna listen. I think after I pointed it out, he just shook his head. I'm just gonna knock him out.
Go for it. Yeah, you got your damage. That's enough. We're doing a quick brawl here, so you punch this guy in the back of the head. After he tries to hit you again, he goes down.
It just collapses right down to the floor.
Yep. We've just got 2 guys still on their feet. Connor, you got the angry fist coming at you.
Connor
you can
is
take
going to. Connor's gonna fight back. Alright, now I'm picking the funnier option. We're hitting each other.
Both do damage. Nice. can roll your damage.
This guy is a fucking beast.
And I'm gonna have him make a con check again, just to see. So he's staying on his feet.
This
Oh
guy's
my
crazy.
god.
He says, "You
It doesn't
come
help
in
me.
here, wrecking up my shop, destroying all my customers. Who do you think has to pay for this in the morning?" Roy is going to see the better side of Valor and just leave. So now it's down to the three of you and this one guy, who you can undoubtedly beat in a fist fight, but I'm just asking if you want to do that or do something else.
Honestly, Connor has been challenged.
Okay. So
This is quickly becoming a matter of pride for Connor.
Victor and James, do you guys want to take bets?
I don't want to say Connor got
my
this, but
bet's on the corner of Connor. I've seen him
Okay.
in a fight. I know what he can do.
Toby's already like knocked out 2 people, I think.
Yeah, he straight up fought 2 people back to back. Like,
I won't lie. If it was me versus him, I think I wouldn't have as big of a chance of winning. But I am confident with Connor.
I would love for this conversation to be happening while we are fighting.
I think it
viciously.
is.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
Now, I want, instead of saying you're standing there punching back and forth, I want like good descriptions. Like I duck and I try to tackle him into the ground. Give me
Yeah,
something cool that you're doing.
yeah, we're fighting. We're standing ground toe to toe, weaving, hitting, and he's getting more sober as we fight. And Connor's like, "Oh no!" Every punch to the face, he only gets angrier.
Like the one good scene in Batman vs Superman where he's hitting him and the kryptonite's wearing off and the sound is changing until it sounds like he's hitting metal.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That kind of moment where it's just like, oh, I might be losing this.
Now, you have twice as many hit points as he does because you're a pulp hero, but he does twice as much damage as you do.
Yeah, this is gonna end up being a very
This is
close
an
match.
actual fight.
I will say, to like skip to the juicy bits, this ends and all like Connor barely still standing and kind of embarrassed.
Let's do one last roll against each other. That's going to
Sure
determine
thing.
the rest of it.
All right, I'm down for that. That's a much more fitting. Connor attacks.
Okay. His drunkenness wins out. You are able to beat him until he falls to the ground. He is going to have the worst headache and hangover in history in the morning. Your head is ringing. You didn't even have anything to drink, but there is a bottle of whiskey still sitting on the crates here. One of the crates has been opened up. You can see Victor hugging a big wooden doll. The other crate is still closed. Do you want to open it here, or are you going to abscond with it?
This is mine
I think
now,
it's
guys.
time to take the vehicle, or get it all into the vehicle and take it away.
This
Okay.
is mine now, guys. Is totally a Victor stance. You know that. Right?
some things that still have to shine through, right? You know.
Yes, some of the true self has to shine through, I guess.
Yeah, but it can still be the opposite if it's like, this is my comfort object now, instead of...
Yes, only if it's his new friend.
I think it looks really nice.
I'm not gonna look at it closely because I know there's probably gonna be something horrific. And just tell him, just keep on hugging it.
You two are allowed, like, if you look at it, if he puts it down, you look at it, you gotta make a sand check. As long as he's just, like, hugging it into his chest, you can ignore it.
I'll just take a glance, see how tall it is, like an idea that he's holding something, and go, okay, he's holding something. I'm not looking at that. That
like
probably
3
came
feet
from the
tall.
crate. That probably came from the crate. That's probably something that's gonna hurt me mentally.
All right. You can get back to your hotel with the second crate in tow. And we will leave off on this.
Sounds good. Oh.
You open it up and you find an odd device composed of machined rods, wheels, mirrors, and an eye tube, along with a sealed letter addressed to Edward Gavigan. It's about 2 feet high, a foot wide, and deep.
The letter is addressed to Edward Gavigan.
It's addressed to Edward Gavigan.
I would like to read that letter, since the man is deceased.
Yeah,
so he's not going to ever worry about seeing it.
Turns out the letter is from Robert Houston, and he describes this object as a short-term survey device employed by the Yithians.
Do I know what that is?
Make
or who that is?
Mythos check.
It's all right. I don't.
Nope. This is a new one to you.
Does it say how it's used?
It does not. It assumes that the recipient is going to know a considerable amount about it.
Then for now, keeping it somewhere safe and not exactly easily known about is gonna be my safer bet.
Yeah. You
Unless
can hide it in your hotel room.
Unless someone else wants to try and look at it.
You can even back it up back in the crate if you want. But I think this is a good time to leave off with you having successfully secured this object. Next week we'll open up with you can look at it, see if you can figure out anything about it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So good job, folks.
Thank you for running. Thank you for
coming.
watching, if anyone is.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. Make my signature known. I'll give it to someone as a tip.
I'm going to take us off the air. So good night, everybody.
Good night.